Okay, welcome back to another gaming video with your boy M for Life. Today I'll be speaking about rank climbing, itemization, and the qualifications that I have to be speaking about these things. And I'll give two examples right about now.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, now that you've seen the examples, okay, my experience in climbing rank is as a solo queue player. I like to play solo queue most of the times. During the early time I first started playing, I used to play with someone else. Me and that guy reach about close to the Grandmaster, I think. Yeah, both of us reached Grandmaster the first time. Because before he reached Grandmaster, when I was playing with him now, the first time I reached Grandmaster was by myself. And I was playing with Senna. And I used to play a lot of Senna. Senna, back when she was first released, was kind of broken, the passive and that kind of thing. So I won't get too deep into it. But yeah. Now there are certain in this current meta, and I've seen a pattern that sometimes it feels as if people do not know what they're doing and things like that. And that is a pretty much a normal occurrence when it comes to climbing rank, because most people do not know how to use combos properly. Some of them do not know how to use they don't know how to use the vision wards. You know the vision wards, and then people just keep like it's almost as if their brain just say, let me press auto attack and see what direction it is in. You have to aim the vision ward in order to see the enemy. It's these small things that has really changed the game, like change the outcome, like information. You need information to win your matches. You need to know where the enemies are, you need to know what they're thinking. They gotta say, okay, I know this guy is low. I just saw hit him and get him down too low. So he gonna recall to base. I have enough HP. Maybe I could do a roam, maybe I could push the wave into his tower so he can't get no goal. It's these small things that really determine the outcome of a game. And that's not the only thing. There are certain champions that got buff that are more favorable to win matches just by 1v9. I'm not gonna lie, there are some champions that have the ability to do that. There are some. Master Yi is one. Shyvana, if she gets all she items, is a second one. Like there are multiple amount of champions in the game that could 1v9 an entire game without having to have any dual queue on these types of things. It's just all about awareness, map awareness, positioning, and monitoring their cooldowns. Like some champions have the ability to escape a gank. If you and the next person try to set up a gank, you have to wait until that person uses their escape ability. For example, Garen's first ability allows him to move fast, but he can get stunned during that ability. If you are playing a champion that has the ability to stun, go for it. If you want to wait until he uses his first ability, and then you want a gank, go for it. Because his first ability has a long cooldown, like about 6 or 7 seconds. But within those 6 or 7 seconds, you could kill him instantly, depending on how much HP he has. It's these small things. There are other itemization is the next one too. You have to know itemization into your matchups. If you're playing top lane and you're top laner, you playing an AD champion. AD champion means attack damage. Like you just build attack items that has physical damage in them into a matchup like let's say Teemo, for example. Now into Teemo you don't want to rush your AD items because you don't know you're gonna get killed. So the best option would be to rush magic resistance boots. Magic resistance boots will do extremely well into a matchup against Teemo, and then after the boots you could build your physical item. Because you don't want to be in lane not able to farm while Teemo is just poking you from a distance. You have to have the ability to sustain yourself against his damage, so that you don't have to worry about recalling every time he attacks you. You have to do these types of small calculations in your head. Like if you play against you don't focus on the jungler. If the jungler is AD and the top lane is AP, they're always gonna go AP and physical magic because that is who you're gonna be fighting against the entire time while you're in the top lane. In Dragon Lane is a different situation. If the jungler is AD and the ADC is AD, they go physical boost. If the support is AP and the jungler is AP, they go magic boost because 97% of the time, most junglers will always go for the Dragon Lane. Always. They'll always go for the Dragon Lane. But it's not really at 97%. It's just what I've seen from my matches. I don't know if your view is different for us, so that is what I've seen.
Shut down.
Positioning now. Positioning as a champion is important. If you could see in the video in the background, you could see my poor positioning. Like, is the reason why I died most of the times to this yesterday. You could clearly see in the other vision in the video that I saw him on a ward, but in my mind I thought maybe I could kill him. But from what I was trying to think, nope, I couldn't do that. But you know why I couldn't do that? Because I didn't have any defensive items. I didn't have any armor boots. I didn't have none of that type. But the thing is, I can't do that type of thing on Origin Soul. Origin Soul needs mana. So I needed an item to counter that. So I went Crystalline Reflector to counter his burst damage. And Crystalline Reflector scales with ability power, so it's a perfect item against a matchup like that. As you can see, I killed him. Now, look, I kind of sorry about that. I forget the other thing here. Let me see after that. I forget to press before to show you, but what that one trying to say is you just have to itemize the champions. Sometimes there are certain items that work well on champions, there are sometimes you have to research it and it's and for new players that might seem like a huge investment. Like you want to play this game and you going into it and you've experienced it for the first time, it will be kind of what's the word? Kind of frustrating. Like you trying to win a game and you playing champion and think that boom, next day you know somebody on the enemy side just comes out and then showing you all kind of skills and but then you just at the end of the day you just have to familiarize yourself with a champion. Master one champion. When you start in this game, master at least one champion. Get it to level 4 and then you could try and play other champions, because when you master one champion you'll be able to play against those set champions and know how they work, how there's move, how there's alt from other players. You could see it from other players and soak in that information to yourself. I won't be speaking for too long, so the rest of this video will just be the gameplay by itself here, but I'll try and get as much information as I can out. Now, there's another thing I needed to mention as well, wave management. Its wave management is very different for all Baron laners, for all lanes. Baron lane wave management, for some reason, I don't know, it feels faster compared to mid laner. No, mid lane feels actually faster. Baron laner is probably how long the length is, that's why it is thing. So mid laner waves and then is faster. The same goes for Dragon laners. If you have a teammate or a lane that is pushing their wave into the enemy tower, that is extremely bad, because you setting yourself up, well, they are setting themselves up to get ganked by the enemy jungler, which in turn will cause them to lose gold when they end up dying to set jungler or top laner. Same for Dragon laners. Same for the Dragon lane as well, top lane, same thing. Mid lane is a bit different. You don't get ganked as often in the mid lane, but your job is to do the ganking. What do I mean by that is, mid laners' role is a bit complicated. but not too complete. Your job as a mid laner is to roam, have vision around, tell information on whether the enemy mid laner is moving towards that lane. If you see the enemy mid laner move to the brush, take head to the top lane, you ping it and say danger. If you see the enemy mid laner head straggling, you ping it. You don't just sit in your lane and farm. You don't do that. Like you have to constantly keep moving. Your job is like a second jungler. You is a second jungler when you play mid lane. You don't stay in mid lane all the time. You can hit towers whenever you can, but don't make that your main focus. Your main focus is to be roaming as much as possible as a mid laner. Clear the wave in your lane and start roaming. Clear the lane in your wave. Sorry, turn back. Clear the wave in your lane and keep. Don't just stick around. Don't do that. Because you'll be missing out on a whole lot of experience and goal when you get kills from other work. Like that is literally your job. Your job is to literally roam, clear the wave in the mid lane, try and take tower, take the mid lane tower if you can, and focus on trying to roam. Roam as much as possible. But make sure you keep an eye out for the enemy jungle because the enemy jungle can set up a camp for you and kill you in the brush. So always make sure you have your eyes on the map. You don't want to be missing putting yourself in a situation where you end up roaming and the enemy jungle gets you off down. Place a ward wherever you can. Keep an eye out for the enemy jungle. If you know you don't see them, roam on your side of the jungle. You don't roam inside the river. You don't roam too close to the enemy. Don't make it easy for them. Your job is literally to harass lanes. That is literally your job. As for other things, right, itemization, I will speak about, right, if you guys like this type of, me doing commentary and playing and having a game, having these type of videos, leave a like down in the comments, leave a like down in the description, share, comment what you think about my ideas, and so on and so forth. So I won't be speaking too much. I'm not much of a speaker, but I'll try my best. And yeah, I'll leave you to watch the rest of this I'm recording right here. I'll see you guys. Well, you know what I do. I'll just mostly record a video. Oh, unexpected video on this champion coming soon. Already, so because I plan on making a build at the moment. I'm working on the build right now. As you can see, I kind of like the build. I really like the build. And I feel like Lorenzo might be the most broken champion as long as you know what to do. So, you know what it is. See you guys later.
Enemy turret destroyed.
positively radiant. Face fire!
Enemy slain.
Steady.
Rampage. Enemy slain.
You're positively radiant.
Enemy turret destroyed. Killing spree. Your team has slain the dragon.
On fire.
Rampage.
Now we're both on fire.
Has slain Baron Nashor.
You're positively radiant.
Unstoppable. Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy slain. Enemy turret destroyed. Victory!